Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Let's do it. Drop this.
Who remembers Hamtaro? Well, it was a children's anime from the 90s, and a freaking awesome one, I might add. I mean, come on, look at that face. It's a freaking anime hamster. Anyway, for me it's very nostalgic, because it was probably my favorite anime as a kid next to Pokemon. The plot is simple. The main character, Hamtaro, is an adorable hamster who gets bought as a pet by this girl whose name is Laura. Trust me, she's not important. But anyway, Hamtaro was a very adventurous hamster. Each episode will usually consist of him going on an adventure with his other hamster friends he meets along the way. Other than that, the plot kind of tells itself. It's a kid's anime, so it feels kind of weird watching it now, but it's a good kind of weird because of its cute animation and slew of colorful characters to get attached to. Anyway, along with the show, there also had to come video games. Well, to be honest, when I heard there were Hamtaro video games, I just about had a heart attack, because if you could put this into a video game, well, I don't know how that could possibly fail. Well, most of these games are actually on Game Boy, which is always a good sign. Well, we have 3 games we're going to review here. Hamtaro Ham Ham Heartbreak, Hamtaro Ham Ham Games, and Hamtaro Rainbow Rescue. Let's start with the Ham Ham Heartbreak, shall we?
Well, here's the title screen, which thankfully the characters look a lot like they do in the anime. So Hamtaro walks in with Bijou, and this all looks satisfying. That music just spells Game Boy, by the way. Well, let's start a new game, I guess. Let's not change the names. Yeah, I like to keep it original. I do the same with Pokemon. I never give any nicknames to the Pokemon. Yep, P? No P? Okay, what's the P stand for? Whatever, who cares? Okay, opening cutscene. What? Someone please tell me what's going on. Okay, so apparently the heart of a hamster is located above their head now. Well, from what I understand is that there's some jerkface running around in a devil costume, breaking the hearts of all the ham-hams, making all of them sad and without love. Best plot ever, I have to say. Turns out that was just a dream Hamtaro was having. Anyway, boss comes in and says a bunch of random stuff as he usually does in the show. Then you head downstairs to the clubhouse. Oh geez, just by walking downstairs in this game messes something up. Well, it turns out that was supposed to happen. Water got splashed on the ham-ham dictionary. I will explain later. Now boss takes you outside, and I guess he's going to teach us something called ham chats, whatever those are. Well, it turns out ham chats are basically action commands, just in ham-ham language, I guess. From what I understand, ham-ha makes you do some type of cheer, kind of like hoorah. I have no idea what it does, and the game doesn't even explain. Tack Q makes you hit stuff, but I seriously doubt there are any enemies in this game. Hiff Hiff makes you pick items up. I suppose it makes you sniff around as if Hamtaro is blind and needs to use his sense of smell. Dig Dig makes you, you guessed it, it makes you dig for items. So by now we can see that this game is some type of RPG, I guess? Well, after that little segment, boss sends you to find Bijou, who I guess is lost. Well, that's kind of silly. Bijou's grown up. She can take care of herself. I'm sure she's fine. Oh, no. Never mind. She's stuck behind a rock and crying about it. Wow, I was way off. Wow, this 3D perspective is actually really nice here. Yeah, I got a soft spot for 3D map design. Get this, every time you find an item, you have to open up your command list and select Hiff Hiff to pick up the item. Would it be too much to ask to just be able to walk over it and pick it up? So annoying. It makes the game feel very slow-paced. Alright, so remember when we splashed water on the dictionary? Well, apparently the water washed out all the words, and now you have to redocument all the words in the ham-ham language. For instance, there was a ham-ham in this bush, and he says blushy. So we write it in the dictionary, and it gives us the definition, which in this case it means embarrassed. So alongside playing the regular story, you also have to learn the whole ham-ham language. Kinda weird, but hey, it's original, and I commend them for trying something new and different, which is a problem a lot of other games seem to have. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Smells like tears. Tears of heartbreak. Well, good luck with that, buddy. So I found a boat, but I can't seem to do anything with it. What do I do? Okay, so I found a ham-ham who teaches me paka paka, which means bite. Sweet, now let's try to bite off the rope holding the boat in place. Oh crap, it doesn't have an engine. We're out of control, we're gonna crash, we're gonna die! Or the boat could just safely sail into another dock. Because luck. Now I'm back to where I started. There's a weird duck thing here now. Can I do anything with it? Nope. Ugh, I'm done with this. For me, this game just has too much talking, and yes, I do understand that this is a kid's game, but come on, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I liked games like Spyro and Crash, and those two games have little to no dialogue boxes in them. So what it comes down to is that this game is purely and innocently a kid's game, so I can't really wail on it too much. Alright, let's move on to the Ham games, and the first thing I have to say is that this game is a totally different story. This one is more like Mario Party or Pokemon Stadium. It's just a fun party game type deal, but with Hamtaro characters. All the Hams are basically having an Olympic game type thing. You play multiple tournament games such as the 100 HM Dash, tennis, and diving. It's also more of what you would expect in a Hamtaro game. For one thing, this game reminds me more of the show because this just seems more like something they would actually do in the anime. Also, the dialogue boxes are minimized, well, for the most part. Yeah, there is some weird stuff, like they don't even explain how to do some of the events. Like here, I'm about to do the 100 HM Dash, and they just throw you into it, not explaining how it works. So of course, I get absolutely destroyed just because I don't know the controls. Here's tennis, which they don't really need to explain how to play this. It's just tennis with Hamtaro characters. Dude, think about it. Hamsters playing tennis. Now, I would pay money to see that in real life. Well, in conclusion, I think this game is definitely more satisfying than Ham Heartbreak, and it feels like more of a game that multiple ages can enjoy, somewhat. But I don't know if it's something I would take time out of my day to play a lot. Alright, let's move on to the last game. Rainbow Rescue. Oh boy, we're in for a treat, aren't we? Well, the first thing I'm going to say about this game is that they made Hamtaro seem way too childish. I mean, believe me, the show is no Happy Tree Friends, but just wait until you hear the plot. So Bijou sees a beautiful rainbow and wants to tell everybody to come see it. But to her disappointment, the rainbow disappears, and this guy named Bo falls off of the rainbow. Turns out he was the one who created the rainbow, and all of a sudden the rainbow disappeared and he fell off. Now here's the main objective of the game. So Bo makes rainbows with his umbrella, right? But apparently it's busted and you've got to find items that contain the colors of all the colors in the rainbow. Yeah, that's some pretty intense storyline right there. Anyway, so yeah, you pretty much just walk here, walk there, and find all these items. You know what? It's really getting old. And they really went overboard with the dialogue. It just feels like you're reading a Hamtaro book rather than playing a video game. There are two things about this game that are pretty cool. For one thing, they got rid of the stupid ham chat bullcrap. To pick up an item, all you do is press A near it. Thank you. The other thing that's sweet is that Cappy is in this one, and Cappy has always been my favorite ham. Well, honestly, this game is actually a lot like Ham Heartbreak, just with a few improvements and for whatever reason more dialogue than both the other games put together. Well, there you have it. We looked at 3 Hamtaro games, all of which shared some similar graphics and some similar gameplay. Still, overall, I think Ham Games is the best out of the 3, but neither of them are anywhere near close to coming up to par with the anime. And maybe that's how it should be. Jack, need to take your DVD back.